I played baseball my entire life, from kindergarten to college. After finishing my collegiate studies and hence my time as a ball player, I embarked on my career as a filmmaker. I went to study at the London Film School in the fall of 2024, and I soon stumbled upon something I never thought I would encounter. Nestled within Finsbury Park in North London, there thrives a small but passionate baseball culture. You might call them the ultimate school of fish out of water.
If you're down and confused and you don't remember what you're talking about, conversation slips away because your baby is so far away. Well, there's a rose in a misty garden, and the eagle flies with the dove. And if you can't be with the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. Love the one you're with. You've got to love the one you're with.
I mean, baseball's been my whole life, so I'd live a completely different life without baseball. I've been playing since I was a kid. It shaped what I spent my free time doing growing up, how I got into a college. So yeah, I don't even know what my life would be like without baseball. I love baseball, so that's why I'm playing, you know.
It pretty much takes over my life the whole summer. So if I'm not here practicing, I'm here helping out, volunteer, coaching, or playing a game. Honestly, it's like 4 out of 7 days I'm doing something baseball related. It's just, it takes over.
It's hard to describe because I mean the last time I wasn't playing baseball is 6 years old. So it's been such a long time since I didn't have baseball, but I could really feel it. When I wasn't playing baseball for that short amount of time, like I just felt like I was missing a part of me. It's just it's being with the guys. It's being out here having fun, running around. Just kind of makes you feel like a kid again.
The organization is called the London Mets, with several tiers consisting of teams of differing ages and skill levels. The flagship team has achieved remarkable success in the world of UK baseball, having won 9 national championships in a row as of 2025, and 11 in total.
Basically in England, I think there's 5 or 6 programs, all with a bunch of different levels. So those levels alone are playing against each other on a pretty regular basis. I think it's just more like awareness of it, so it's good that have you guys doing documentaries like this, especially help spread the word.
It's more just friends and family.
Yeah.
Just come down and watch a game. It's not really a strict fan. If someone walking across the field and they see it and they'll be like, oh, I'll watch it for a bit. It's like, yeah. I feel that's how we get majority of our people. So when I'm asking, how did you get into baseball on the Friday night sessions? They say literally, they're walking down here, saw something was happening on the field and Googled it.
What drives these players to tie their cleats and take to the diamond each day in a city that cares so little about their sport? Many of them have had difficult careers, checkered by injury.
Yeah, so I had a shoulder injury, kind of derailed the end of my college career.
During high school in Japan, I tore my rotator cuff.
So straight out of youth, I went up to the highest level of baseball, NBL in the UK. Then I went off to uni. And at uni, I started playing rugby. In a game, a big guy landed on me, popped my shoulder out.
Personally, I mean, I have had some injuries through when I was pretty young still.
They hail from different countries and regions across the globe.
London, born and raised.
I'm from Florida.
So I started back home in Scotland where I'm from.
I'm originally from Seattle, Washington.
And I'm from the Cayman Islands.
And I'm originally from Austria.
I'm a proud member of the London Mets. I'm 27 years old and I'm from London.
And they all find refuge in this small baseball community within a gargantuan multicultural metropolis that far prefers the marvels of soccer, cricket, and rugby. I set out to document the struggles, motivations, and dreams of these ball players, and to understand how they envision the future of America's pastime in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, good question. No, it's a huge surprise. And it's like there's baseball in London, and I was like, yeah, and it's pretty competitive. They're like, that's so interesting, and actually people are quite keen on it as well. And so, colleagues are like, when's your next game? Would love to come. People come out to watch. There's actually a lot more people than you think that play baseball here.
Yeah, I think one of them is, like, oh, that field there, I've seen that. People walk by and they don't really realize that it's a baseball field until you tell them. I think people who've heard of baseball, they're really surprised to hear that baseball exists in London. And then you get them to come out for a game and it's a good time. And then people who've never heard of baseball, they could literally be seeing their first baseball game in London, which is also pretty cool.
You play rounders? That's pretty much, yeah. It's an odd one. It's like, oh wow, where do you guys play? I never even knew there was baseball in London. It's just like, oh, so basically rounders.
A lot of times it's, oh, there's baseball here, which that's like the same kind of thing when I was in Ireland for a bit. They don't know that. When our Mets team traveled to Norway, we told people that we were out seeing that, oh, we're here playing baseball. They're like, oh, we have baseball here. But here in London too is the same thing. Like, people don't really realize, like, unless they live like around this like baseball field area, like they're like, oh, we have baseball out in London. And we're like, yeah, come out to a game. And we've gotten a few people to come out to a game that way too. So it's pretty, it's pretty new to everyone still, for sure. So I just think the more people are aware that it's a thing, the more it can do.
Oh, it's amazing. It's like, there's just, people are so interested. They're like, what? You play baseball? And I'm like, yeah. I live not far from here, so I can just come down to my local park and I can play. And, we have all of our stats are tracked and everything online through the BBF, because they said I play in one of our single A teams. And, it's wild. I can be like, yeah, go look at my stats page. And they go look me up. It's great.
Throughout the summer months, the Mets organize Baseball for Beginners events on Friday evenings, designed both to cultivate the abilities of new players and to inspire interest in the sport among local Londoners.
In the UK, oh, absolutely. It is growing by the year. So I help train adults on Friday nights. Friday night baseball, London Mets. And basically, every year the cohort we get is just bigger and bigger.
So as far as I'm aware, this is its 14th year. I've been the head coach now for this is my 4th year, and it's effectively a chance to get people involved in baseball from the ground up. Like, it's difficult to join a team when you don't know the basics and you're getting thrown right in. So this is a 16-week program to address some of that and to get a decent funnel of new players to cope with the demand that we're seeing in the country, to get people in the club to start playing baseball in some degree.
I wanted to play a team sport because it had been a while, and I think, like I said, like football and rugby have like more traditional connotations, and I thought this might be nice because it didn't necessarily carry the same like ideas with them. But beyond that, I mean, like, I don't know, you show up, you catch a ball, and it's like instant serotonin.
Yeah,
the whole
and you're
like,
outside.
The whole like classic like playing catch with your dad or whatever, like ball hit, glove, like immediate hit. Like, I think that's quite immediately relatable.
Right.
So I think, just show up, and I was like, oh. And then it's very social, so
sure,
you kind of just be able to socialize around it quite quickly.
So when I'm coaching the adults, it's like they're doing something wrong, I tell them, just literally make these 2-man adjustments. They do it, they see the immediate difference, and it's like, it's a good feeling. Yeah.
I wanted to get a sense for what role the ball players anticipate baseball will play in their own futures. So I asked them a simple question. Can you envision a time when baseball isn't a central part of your life? Or in your ideal world, does that time never come?
Never comes, no. At home, I coach at a high school in Central Florida too, so it's part of my job. So I'm playing and coaching. I'm all involved in baseball. While I'm here, part of what I'm doing is I'm making a catcher's clinic growth program. It's like a 6-month program, just because I've been fortunate throughout my life to have really good coaches. So I want to make sure that that information is able to be passed on, because a lot of kids growing up, and especially here, they don't have access to that kind of coaching and infrastructure. So if I could help out with that, that'd be good. But I don't see any way in my life. I'm always going to be in baseball. Love baseball, always have, and it's a huge part of my identity. So I'm sticking with that.
Honestly, I think the moment my body gives out, it's starting to. The moment it gives out completely, I think I'll just go full-time coaching. I don't see it not being a thing, honestly.
Yeah, I think the time that I did have without baseball kind of taught me I almost needed to stay sane. I wasn't playing, but I was thinking about starting to coach. So I think whenever I stop playing, it's going to be coaching. Whether that's kids or high school coach, whatever it's going to be. I just think baseball does fill this part of me that I just can't let go of.
I think the only as long as I'm around here and the Mets are around here, I don't see that changing. I can see it changing if I was move to Scotland or something. There's a team in Edinburgh, I think, but I don't see myself. Do you know what I mean? It's it's partly location based because I've got proximity to the Mets, whereas
sure,
if I was somewhere else, maybe less so.
They say we're young and we don't know. Won't find out until we grow.
Well, I don't know, baby, if that's true. 'Cause you got me, baby, I got you. Babe, I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
They say our love won't pay the rent before it's earned our money.
To round out my investigation, I asked the players about the future of baseball in London, the UK more generally, and Europe. What roles do social media, grassroots organizing, and events like MLB's London series play in the proliferation of baseball abroad?
I've been doing a lot of work over the past 5-6 years with international baseball, trying to spread the game. I've been to Ireland about 4 times now. There's a huge international baseball pool. It's growing. So it wasn't that surprising that there was a team in London, but the fact that it's this set up and put together was a little bit heartwarming, to see that it's grown to this sense. And I think it's just the beginning of baseball in Europe. I think baseball in Europe is going to continue to grow.
It's my hypothesis is, and there's a couple of points of view on this online as well, you might have seen. Baseball is really well suited for how we consume media now. So if you look at everyone watching their TikToks, it's they're all watching it in vertical form. And actually, if you think about baseball, the way that the production happens, it goes from behind the pitcher to the catcher. I think that's actually quite well suited for a vertical form video. So I think as we change to watching stuff on our phone, going back to all of this online content, I genuinely think that it's going to keep growing. I think it's really suited to that change in viewing habits.
There's more teams popping up around London. It's just growing. And plus with MLB Europe coming over and doing the big games at the West Ham Stadium, it's just growing as a whole.
So you see people that come out to London, that people like me who stopped playing baseball in high school. College baseball is quite competitive. Some people don't want that intensity. Some people just want to have fun. And that's something that you can do when you come out here. The World Baseball Classics, a lot of international tournaments. baseball being back in the Olympics, things like that, I think really helped to share with the world, especially like athletes like Shohei Ohtani, you know, like where like people that don't know baseball at least know him. And so little by little, I think baseball is definitely growing.
When I left for London in the fall of 24, I figured that I was done with baseball for a while, that I would have to take the sport I love and put it aside. But as I strode through Finsbury Park on that sunny afternoon and saw the Mets out on their ragtag little field, I realized that baseball wasn't done with me yet, and it seems like it's just getting started with the United Kingdom.